We're hearing from a family that is still recovering from a hit-and-run crash with a semi-truck that happened last month southeast of Lubbock in Scurry County.
The family says not only did that driver leave them to die, but he also took their livelihood. KCBD News Channel 11's Natalie Falconberry shares their story.
In the early morning hours of February 6, Marisa Upshaw Hayden and her son Riley were driving north on Highway 84 near Snyder. Riley had just taken over driving so that Marisa could rest.
I remember vaguely hearing my son go, whoa, 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 and then bang.
A semi-truck exiting a rest stop struck their van.
The windshield was crashed in. The dash was all pushed up. It was chaos. I looked to my left and saw my son pinned, like completely smushed.
First responders had to use the jaws of life to get Riley out of the van.
They were able to get him out, but they still wanted to life flight him to Lubbock because they were concerned about internal injuries.
As Riley was being pulled from the rubble, the driver that hit them was nowhere to be found.
I was looking around to see what did we hit or what hit us. You know, I had no idea what really had happened.
Another driver who witnessed the crash broke the news to Marisa.
The truck driver did in fact leave, and all he had to do was stop and stay with us until people got there to help.
Also now gone, their profession. Marisa owns Ruby Slipper Pet Concierge. They were transporting 2 dogs and 3 cats. The hit and run left their van totaled.
We only have our own insurance to file against with uninsured. The likelihood of getting a replacement vehicle for that is, with the funds we can get from that, is minuscule.
After medical bills, insurance claims, and trauma, Marisa is pleading for answers.
The animals and people that we help, we want to keep doing that. So please turn yourself in. Please do the right thing. If you know of a friend or a family member or a coworker that you think might be involved in this, please come forward. It would mean so much to our family.
Marisa and Riley are still recovering and seeing doctors for their injuries and are working to pay off the $60,000 life flight bill. All of the animals involved were safely transported home. Natalie Falconberry, KCBD News Channel 11.